Welcome to tonight's ball game. I am Bryce Acom, and I will be joined by Isabel Roosevelt here in a minute. Starting coming out for the Bucks is number 3, Landon Main, sophomore. Senior number 3 for the Ramblers is Braylon Pace. Bucks guard, junior number 10, Mason Beaver. For the Ramblers guard, number 10, Calvin McGillis. Roscommon guard, junior number 11, Mason Green. McBain guard, number 12, junior, Clayton Engelwright. Bucks guard, number 22, sophomore, Sawyer Griffiths. Ramblers for number 25, junior, Evan Haverkamp. For Roscommon forward, number 32, Brock Pelleron. And for McBain, number 34, sophomore, Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Bucks are coached by MJ Ewald and Michael Smutney. For the Ramblers are coached by Bruce Coatman and Aaron Cucci, Connor Murphy, and Mason Hooker. Looks like number 25 for the Ramblers, Evan Haverkamp, and number 32, Brock Pelleron, are jumping for the ball. Evan Haverkamp easily wins the tip, goes to Calvin McGillis, passes to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Calling the play, passes to number 3, Braylon Pace. Over to Haverkamp. He looks to drive. He passes out to Engelwright, who shoots the 3 in and out. Calvin McGillis with the rebound, passes to Engelwright again, over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He passes to Braylon Pace. Over to McGillis, over to Engelwright, over to Haverkamp, to McGillis, to Pace, over to Rodenbaugh. He's looking, nothing. Over to Engelwright, over to Pace, over to McGillis, over back to Haverkamp, back to Rodenbaugh. McGillis passes down low to Haverkamp. He will go up with the shot, off the glass, and it is good. First points of the game. Number 10, Mason Beaver bringing the ball up. He passes over to 3-man. Pass intended for number 11, Green, but broken up by Calvin McGillis, and it'll be white ball. Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Goes to McGillis, pass is deflected by number 11, Green. He looks to go up for the shot, and he will. Off the glass and no good. Engelwright with the rebound over to Rodenbaugh. He sets up the play. He gives it to McGillis. Haverkamp cutting down, back to Rodenbaugh, looking nothing. Does a spin move, gets open, goes for the easy floater and gets it. Number 10, Beaver bringing the ball up for the Bucks. He passes to number 3, Man, over to 32, back to 22. Griffiths, he looks to drive and passes to number 11, Green. Travel, and it'll be Rambler ball. Number 34, Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. He looks to dish it to Engelwright. Down to Haverkamp, who goes up for the easy 2. No good. Rebounded by Calvin McGillis. Over to Pace. Back to Rodenbaugh. Over to Engelwright. He looks to drive. Shoots the three. In and out. Haverkamp with the rebound. Steps in. And the 2 points off the glass is good. Timeout, Bucks.
Rambler offense really doing well, dishing it out to the big people.
Number 10, Beaver bringing the ball up for the Bucks. He looks to drive. He does. Screen and roll. Recovered by McGillis. Number 10, Beaver all over him. Gives it to Haverkamp over to Rodenbaugh. Stolen by Beaver from behind. Close to going out of bounds, but the ref says no. Passes over to 22, Griffiths. He looks to drive, and he will. Shoots the easy layup, or jump shot, and the 2 points is good. Benjamin Rodenbaugh pushing the ball down the court. Gives it to Clayton Engelwright. Dishes to the big man, handoff to Clayton. Back over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Over to Haverkamp. He goes up for the three. No good. Rebounded by number 11, Green. Gives it to number 3, man. He looks to drive. He will. And dishes to number 11, Green, who's on his knees and gets up, and that'll be a travel. Student section saying what we all are thinking. Number 34, Benjamin Rodenbaugh, bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Passes over to Braylon Pace. Wide open three, and he misses it. Rebounded by number 10, Beaver. Passes to number 2, Hamina. Pass is broken up by Braylon Pace, and out of bounds will be Bucks ball. Number 2, Hamina bringing it up for the Bucks. Over to number 10, Beaver. Back to 2, Hamina. He looks to drive, and he will. Easy layup off the glass. Brings the score 6-4. Ramblers still leading. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Back over to Engelwright. Passes to McGillis. Travel called on Engelwright. Bruce getting a little frustrated here. Number 2, Amina bringing it up. Pass intercepted by Braylon Payson, saved out of bounds. Over to 22, Griffiths with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Clayton Engelwright. People behind him, and he will call travel. When I thought I saw a foul there, but refs are closer to the floor, so I won't argue. Hamina bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Over to 22. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by number 10, Calvin McGillis, and bounced it off number 11, Green's chest. Sub Nathan Cucci in for number 3, Braylon Pace. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Gives it to Clayton Engelwright. Dishes over to Nathan Cucci. He looks to pass. Engelwright does. Over to Rodenbaugh. He looks to drive, and he will. And he gets the easy layup off the glass. Number 2, Amina bringing up the ball for the Bucks. Over to number 11, Green. Down to 32. Pass intercepted by Evan Haverkamp. Pass to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He looks to push. He will. Dishing it to Nathan Cucci. Ben sets a screen. Looks to drive. Nothing. Ingle Wright looks to drive. Nothing. Benjamin Rodenbaugh will drive. Dishes to Haverkamp. Pass is a little fumbled. Called jump ball. And that'll be Bucks ball, I believe. And it is. Hamina bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Screen set by 32. He looks to drive, and he will. Shot off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Spin move passes to Calvin McGillis. He looks to drive, nothing. Gives it to Haverkamp. Passes out to Rodenbaugh. Sets up the play. Gives it to Cucci. Over to Ingle Wright. Shoots the three. And it is good! Number 2, Amina bringing up the ball for the Bucks. He passes to number 10, Beaver. He looks to drive, goes for the easy little floater off the glass, and it is good. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball, gives it to Clayton Inglewright. He goes for the easy 2, no good. Rebounded by number 2, Amina. Clayton Inglewright bringing pressure over to number 10, Beaver. Guarded by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He looks to drive. He will. Calvin McGill steps over for help. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He looks to push up the court, 5-on-4. Sees Nathan Cucci, shoots the 3. Off, a little long. Rebounded by Clayton Inglewright. He shoots the 3. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Calvin McGill. Up for the easy 2, and it is good. Good job rebounding there by the Ramblers. Number 2, Amina bringing up the ball for the Bucks. Setting up the play, guarded by Clayton Inglewright. Clay getting up in his face a little bit. Makes him turn over the ball. Clayton Inglewright passes to Calvin McGillis down low. He goes up for the layup, and he is fouled. He is fouled. Bucks fans are a little angry with the call, but refs say he is fouled, so he is fouled. Sorry if you hear some inappropriate language. We are up by the Bucks fans. Calvin McGillis' first shot. Off the back of the rim. It's all right. Number 22, Judah Leonard checking in for Evan Haverkamp. And number 20 checking in for Aiden Cucci. Checking in for Clayton Inglewright. McGillis' second shot. Up. And good. Brings the score 14-6. Number 2, Amina bringing up the ball. Passes it to 10, Beaver. Over back to Amina. Not sure what was happening on the court. Ref stopped play. Amina bringing up the ball. He looks to drive. Foul called on number 1, Jacob Zebel. He's a sophomore. 34, Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing up the ball. He gives it to Nathan Cucci, who misses the catch but still gets the ball over to Rodenbaugh. Dishes to Cucci. Aiden gives it to his cousin Nathan. Gives it back to Ben. He goes up for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Calvin McGillis, over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Rebounded by Calvin McGillis again. Over to Rodenbaugh. Shot up, no shot. Calvin McGillis diving for that ball into the Roscommon Bucks bench and spilling all their water.
We ended that quarter with a great save by McGillis. Lots of offensive rebounds. Really just great play by the Ramblers. Great defense, great offense. Bucks brought it to them just a little bit, but they recovered, and great offense.
We are back in the second quarter. Ramblers 14, or Roscommon 6. Excuse me. Nathan Cucci bringing the ball out. Gives it to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He dishes to Evan Haverkamp. Over to Juno Leonard. He drives in. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Haverkamp and up off the glass, and it is good. Number 2, Hamina, whatever you say. Number 2 bringing up the ball. Foul called on number 25, Evan Haverkamp. Number 2, Hermione bringing up the ball. Guarded by Nathan Cucci. He's looking to pass. Passes number 21, Karub, over to 2, Hermione. Down to 11, Green. He looks to drive, nothing. Gives it to 3-man. Dishes back to Green. Over to Hermione. He looks to drive, and he will. Goes up for the shot, and it is no good. Rebounded by number 20, Aiden Cucci. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Passes to Judah Leonard. Takes the dribble, gives it to Evan Haverkamp, drives in, and the easy layup. No backboard needed. Number 2, Hermione bringing up the ball. Passes to number 11, Green. Guarded by Evan Haverkamp, can't do anything. Foul called on Nathan Cucci. Nathan Cucci's first foul. That'd be the team's second of the half. Hermione with the ball. Guarded by Nathan Cucci. Aiden comes over to help. Foul on Nathan Cucci again. That's his second, team's third. Number 10, Beaver bringing the ball out. Gives it to number 22, Griffiths. Gives it to number 3, man. He looks to spin, loses the ball. Trying to drive in on Nathan Cucci, no good. 10 to Beaver. That's Beaver. Shot blocked by Aiden Cucci. Rebounded by Haverkamp over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh, pushing the ball down the court. Gives it to Nathan. Oh, down to Evan, over to Aiden. He looks for the 3, no good. Drives, easy shot, no good. Rebounded by number 22, Griffiths, over to number 2, Hermione. Behind the back move, easy layup. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Over to Nathan. Picks set by Evan, over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Gives it back to Evan. Looking, gives it to Judah Leonard. Over to Aiden. 3, up and good by the sophomore. Hermione bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Or for Roscommon. Holy crap, I'm sorry. He looks to drive, he will. Up for the easy little shot. Airballed. Number 11, Green, hits it out of bounds off of Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Impressive little move there. Looks like Clayton Engelwright and Pace will check back into the game. Number 3, man with the ball. Dishes to number 22, Griffiths. Shot, 3, up and good. Number 34, Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up. Goes to Braylon Pace, stolen by Hermione. He looks to bring the ball down. Guarded by Clayton Engelwright. He drives. Shot blocked by Evan Haverkamp. Rebounded by number 11. That's Green, and he gets fouled on the shot, and it is an and 1. Timeout called. Rambler timeout.
We're seeing lots of hustle from the Bucks. First with a fast break, and then the Ramblers returned with a 3, but the Bucks brought it back with another 3, and then the bounce off the leg out of bounds. Really just hyping them up. So we're going to see what the Ramblers bring out of this timeout.
Ramblers back on the floor. Roscommon shortly joins them. Be number 11, Green, shooting the free throws. Shot up. And off the back of the rim, rebounded by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Looking to set up the play for the Ramblers. Dishes to Calvin McGillis. Gives it to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Easy layup, no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp and back up and good. That's his 10th point of the game right now. Number 2, Hermione bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Pick set by number 11, over to number 3. Stolen by Calvin McGillis. Over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Down to Evan Haverkamp with the easy layup, and it is good. Number 10, Beaver bringing the ball up, passes number 22, Griffiths. He looks to drive, he won't, and a travel called. Rambler ball. Ramblers are definitely turning this game around right now, the momentum, and just having fun. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Passes to Braylon Pace. Looks for Clayton Inglewright, no good. Back up to Calvin McGillis. Over to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Down to Evan Haverkamp. He's looking off the glass, and it is good. Over to number 2, Hermione. Over to 10, Beaver. He looks to drive. Ball tipped by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Beaver looks to drive. He will. Easy floater. And one. I don't know what these refs are seeing, but they're calling them. That's foul on Calvin McGillis, his first. Team 5th of the half. Beaver shooting 1. Off the back of the backboard, rebounded by Haverkamp, gives it to Benjamin Rodenbaugh, pushing the ball fast. He hands off to Clayton Inglewright, looks to drive, nothing, hands off to Pace, he looks to drive, nothing. Rodenbaugh looking to drive, finds nothing, gives it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp drives, layup, and one! Hoops in the harm. That is a good job by Haverkamp to go through the contact and just finish. Let's see if he can't put this one in and make it a 3-point play here. Shot off the backboard, rebounded by Rodenbaugh, gives it to Inglewright, back to Rodenbaugh. Over to Inglewright. Up to McGillis, over to Pace. Down to Inglewright, passes to Benjamin Rodenbaugh, over to Haverkamp, down to McGillis, back up to Haverkamp, gives it to Rodenbaugh, over to Pace, over to Haverkamp, back to Rodenbaugh. Pass stolen by number 10, Beaver, easy layup, up and good. Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Hand off to Inglewright. Foul called. Number 10, Bucks. That'll be on Beaver. got his first team fourth of the half. Number 11, Green, and number 21, Karub, checking into the game. Rodenbaugh gives it to Havercamp down low. Still be knocked out of bounds. Still Rambler ball. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball out for the Ramblers. Gives it to Engelwright up at the 3. Gives it to Pace. He shoots off the backboard and the glass. Fighting for the rebound. Be Buck's ball, knocked out of bounds by Rambler. Number 3 man checking into the game for number 2, Hermione. Beaver bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Gives it to number 22, Griffiths. Shoots the 3, and it is good. Number 34, Rodenbaugh bringing the ball. Havercamp up with the shot, good. Number 3 man bringing the ball up for the Bucks. He looks to drive, finds nothing, gives it to Griffiths. Down to number 21, Karub. Up to number 10, Beaver. 3-point up, no good. Rebounded by McGillis. Over to Pace for the 3. Up and good! Beaver bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Timeout, Bucks.
The momentum is really swinging between these two teams. We've got 3 after 3 after 3. Havercamp really being a thorn in Roscommon's side, having, pretty sure that says 18 out of Ramblers' 34 points. Really, it's just going to be a game of who can be more aggressive and who can find the hoop more.
Number 3 man bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Number 10, that's Beaver, sorry. Pass deflected by Darius Perez. He goes up and dunks it! Let's go! Number 10, Beaver bringing up the ball for the Bucks. Momentum swinging. Pass to number 11. Shot blocked by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Stolen by Beaver. Up for the easy little 2. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh. Gives it over to Pace. Shot 3, no, up and no good. Rebounded by Engelwright. Another 3, up and no good. Rebounded by Engelwright again. Layup, no good by Engelwright. Rebounded by number 21, Karub, over to number 3 man. He looks to drive, finds nothing. Stolen by Engelwright. Over to Pace, up to Rodenbaugh. Hand off to Pace. Over to Darius. Back over to Havercamp. Over to Rodenbaugh. Up to Pace. Layup up and no good. Rebounded by number 11, Green. Passes to 3 man over to 10, Beaver. Shot up and way off. Never in a million years. Score is 36 Ramblers, 20 Bucks. Evan Havercamp leading the scoreboard right now with 18 points. And we'll see you after the half.
If you're looking to settle down in beautiful Central Michigan, look no further than Arrow Homes. Family owned and operated since 1972, Arrow Homes offers an innovative process of home construction that saves you money and time without sacrificing quality. Their top-of-the-line construction workers have 15 years of experience building homes. You can see some of their work on their website. They are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them at 231-328-4318 or in their website at arrowhomes.com.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in Northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at McLainTransmission.com. How's your day going?
Good. How was your place?
Pretty good.
With 3 sets of locked doors and friendly faces at our front desk, we're able to keep our little wheels safe.
Here at Little Wheels, we believe that each child develops socially, emotionally, cognitively, and physically at different rates that are sequential and continuous during the natural growth process. Therefore, we value and respect individual differences among children and families. We believe children need to be in a secure, risk-free, and rich environment. They need to be provided with a variety of activities and opportunities to learn at their own pace through active involvement with materials, peers, and even adults. We further believe early childhood education should be a cooperative and joint venture between home and school with community collaboration in the process.
Enroll now to get your little wheel rolling.
Man, I wish we could go out to eat. It's kind of boring just sitting at home. Well, now you can.
Reedy's is a great place to come together, catch up with some old friends, some family members you haven't seen in a while, or even settle a business meeting.
Reedy's is located in downtown McBain, 106 North Rolling Street, or right next to the post office.
So come on down to Reedy's, where the food is good, and so is the togetherness.
Welcome back to the game. Bucks ball to start off the second half. Looks like number 22, Griffiths, bringing the ball up. Goes to number 2, Hermione. He looks to drive. He will. Goes up for the layup. No good. Rebounded by number 3, Braylon Pace. Gives it to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Looks driving really hard. He goes to the lane. He goes up and draws a foul. It's a really good job by Benjamin Rodenbaugh there. He will be on the line shooting 2. First shot up and no good. Second shot up and good. Number 22, Griffiths passed it into number 10, Beaver. He looks to drive. He will. No help. Easy layup. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Passes over to number 3, Braylon Pace. Down to number 25, big man Evan Haverkamp. Up to Braylon Pace, over to Engelwright. Back to Rodenbaugh. Pass to Engelwright. To McGillis. To Rodenbaugh. Gives it to Haverkamp down low. He goes up. Shot no good. Rebounded by McGillis. Up and good. Hermione bringing up the ball for the Bucks. Calls the play. He looks to drive. He will help. Dishes out to Griffiths. 3. Shot no good. Engelwright bringing the ball up. Beaver trying to really hard to steal that. No good. Passes over to Rodenbaugh. Over to Pace. Down to Haverkamp. Haverkamp using his body and height. And he gets the easy 2. Number 10, Beaver bringing up the ball. Passes over to number 22, Griffiths. Looks to drive, nothing. Down to 32, Pelleron. Over to 11, Green. Over to Griffiths. Gives it to Beaver. Travel. Rambler ball. Benjamin Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up. Passes up to Engelwright. He looks to shoot the 3-0. Back to over to Haverkamp. Back to Engelwright. Engelwright drives and is fouled. Going to the line for 2. Engelwright's first shot up and good. Number 21, Karub checking into the game for number 11, Green. Second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp. Puts it up off the glass, and it is good. That's Heaven's 22nd point. Hermione bringing up the ball. He looks to drive. He will. McGillis with the help. Good defense by the Ramblers. Griffiths passes to Beaver. Over down to Karub. Ball back to Beaver. He drives, nothing. Griffiths, 3. Up, no good. Rebounded by number 32, Pelleron. Over to 2, Hermione. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by McGillis, who looks to push. Gives it to Pace. He pump fakes, nothing. Gives it to Evan Haverkamp, and he gets the hoop. Number 2, Hermione bringing up the ball. He looks to drive, nothing. Dishes to Beaver. He drives, goes up for the floater, and it is good. Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Over to Pace. Back to Rodenbaugh. Gives it to Engelwright. Over to Rodenbaugh. to McGillis. Over to Engelwright. Shoots the 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Griffiths. Over to 10, Beaver. Back to Griffiths. He looks to drive, finds nothing. Back to Beaver. Beaver uses Griffiths. Shot up and good. Griffiths hitting those floaters pretty easily. Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up. Gives it to Engelwright. Engelwright over to Haverkamp. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Beaver. Over to Griffiths. Griffiths looks to drive, finds nothing. Gives it back to Beaver. Beaver over to Hermione, who drives. Goes up and is fouled. And I believe he will be shooting too. First shot. Up and good. Looks like Darius checking into the game along with Aiden Cucci and Nathan Cucci. Second shot. Up and good. Rodenbaugh bring the ball up. Calling the play, guarded by Hermione. Fouled. Foul on number 2, Hermione. Timeout, full timeout by McBain.
The Ramblers really using Evan's height to their advantage. Evan having 25 of their 46 points. On the Roscommon side, we have number 10, Mason Beaver with 12 of their 28. Him really pushing for an offense on the Roscommon side, but the Ramblers are just bringing it and bringing it and bringing it.
Aiden Cucci bringing the ball out for the Ramblers. Gives it to number 34, Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Tries to get it to Haverkamp, nothing. Stolen by 11, Green. Over to 10, Beaver. Passes to 2, Hermione for the 3. Up and good. Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Gives it to Aiden. Over to Rodenbaugh. Over to Aiden. Gives it to Darius. Over to Rodenbaugh. Looks at Evan. Gets the easy bucket, and it is good. Beaver bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Screen set by Hermione. 10. Beaver looks to drive. Drives no good. Off the front of the rim. Tries to press Benjamin Rodenbaugh, showing him that he can't. Darius with the 3, right front of the rim and backboard. Number 21, Karub rebounds, gives it to number 2, Hermione, down to 11, Green. Up to 3, Man shoots, no good. Rebounded by Man, gives it to number 11, Green. Back to Man. Gives it to Hermione. He looks to drive, sets up for the 3. No good. Rebounded by Aiden. He's pushing. He looks to push. Pulls back a little bit. Gives it to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Over to Aiden. Over to Haverkamp. Back to Rodenbaugh. Nathan with the catch. Over to Haverkamp. Gives it to Aiden. Over to Nathan. He shoots the 3. off the back of the rim, rebounded by Evan, and put in. Number 2, Hermione, bringing the ball up. Beaver bringing it up, passes to Hermione. Hermione over to Beaver. Beaver looks to drive. Help by Darius, no help at all. Gives it to Haverkamp. Over to Rodenbaugh. Back over to Nate. Back to Benjamin Rodenbaugh. To Aiden. He looks to drive. Nothing. Gives it to Haverkamp. Pass is no good. Got it by 11. He can't finish the layup. That's Green. And it will be out of bounds and Rambler ball. Number 32, Pelleron, and 1, Zybelt will check into the game for the Bucks. Looks like the Bucks will be pressing. Timeout, Ramblers.
Both teams showing a lot of aggressiveness, really just looking to set stuff up. Evan finally came out of the game, but he's got 29 of their 50 points, over half. And really it's just a game of wills at this point.
Score update. JV girls versus the Roscommon Bucks. Score is 65-30 Ramblers. Aiden passes into Nathan, back to Aiden. Over to Engelwright, down to Pena. Dishes out to Aiden, intercepted by number 1. That is Zybel. He takes it himself, gives it to who is that? 11, Green. Foul on Darius for pushing. Number 1, Zybel, bring the ball out for the Roscommon Bucks. Swiping up some sweat on the ground there. Passes in Hermione, drives, goes up for the 2, and it is good. Nathan gives it to Aiden, back to Nathan. He looks to push. Gets it across half court. Over to Aiden. Back to Nathan. Nathan drives, dishes to Perez. Shoots the 3, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Hermione. Hermione looks to push. Gives it over to Mann. Mann drives. Shot blocked by Darius. He shoots it for the end of the quarter, and it is almost in, but not in. That will be the end of the third. We are back in the fourth quarter. Ramblers 50, Bucks 35. Nathan Cucci bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Gives it to Aiden. Handoff over to Pena. Over to Leonard. Down to Engelwright. Shot blocked by number 10, Beaver. Throws it out of bounds. To the student section. Morgan DeRuyter saving some people's lives there. Thank you, Morgan. Aiden bringing the ball. Gives it to Nathan. He dribbles out, gives it to Engelwright. Engelwright looking for something to do. He decides to drive, gives it to Pena. Pena dribbling it up, gives it to Nathan. Nathan over to Aiden. Aiden back to Pena. Back to Nathan. Down to Leonard. Leonard drives. Shot. Ball comes out of his hands. Deflected by number 10, Beaver, on trying to get that ball out of the air. And it'll be Rambler ball. Nathan looking for an opening. Gives it to Perez. Back to Nathan. Shoots the three. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Beaver. Beaver gives it to Hermione. Hermione over to Griffiths. Griffiths shoots the three. Airballs it. 11. Green tries to save it. Gives it to Aiden. Aiden gives it to Darius. Darius up for the easy two. Beaver bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Gives it over to 22, Griffiths. Over to 32. Shot no good. Rebounded by Nathan Cucci. Nathan gives it to Aiden. Aiden shoots the three. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Judah. Up for the easy two. Beaver bringing the ball back up for the Ramblers. Or for the Bucks. I'm sorry, folks. Out of bounds on Beaver. It will be Rambler ball. Rodenbaugh, Haverkamp, and McGillis checking back into the game after a long third quarter of not seeing them very much. See if Evan Haverkamp can't break 30 points. Nathan Cucci bringing the ball up, gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh to McGillis. Down to Evan Haverkamp, up for the two. No good, rebounded. Up, and he broke 30. Hermione passes to number 32, Pelleron. He shoots it, and it is good. Rodenbaugh gives it to Nathan. Nathan over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh to Pena. Pena down to Haverkamp, no good, intercepted by Green. Green gives it to Beaver. Beaver passes to Griffiths. But ball is tipped out of Griffiths' hand by Rodenbaugh. It'll be Roscommon ball. Griffiths looking to pass it in, gives it to 2, Hermione. Hermione looking to drive, nothing, gives it to Pelleran, over to Hermione. Hermione looks to drive, nothing, gives it to Hermione. Hermione up for the easy 2, and it is good. Number 5, Nathan Cucci bringing it up, gives it over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh over to Perez, over to Haverkamp. Haverkamp with the easy 2, no good, and gets fouled. No shot, travel. I don't know how that was a foul, but the refs are down closer to the court, and they probably saw something else. Bruce, a little angry with the refs. Number 2, Hermione, bringing up the ball for Bucks. He gives it to Pelleran. Back to Beaver. Beaver with the 3. No good. Rebounded by Beaver. Off his own player and out of bounds. Nathan bringing the ball up for the Ramblers. Gives it over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh back to Nathan. Nathan over to Perez. He goes for the layup, and they call travel on Perez. Hermione bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Hermione up for the easy 2, and it is good. Number 5, Cucci gives it to Perez. Perez making a move, goes up for the easy 2, no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp, off the glass and good. Beaver bringing the ball up for the Bucks. Making moves, nothing. Over to Pellerin. Back to Beaver, Beaver drives. Goes for the layup, and it is good. Nathan passes over to Cucci, or over to Rodenball to Haverkamp to Darius. Darius tries to dunk, but no good. Rebounded by Pellerin over to Beaver, off of Ben Rodenball's foot, and it will be Roscommon ball. Good defense by Rodenball there. 21, Karub checking in the game. Timeout, McBain.
Momentum really swinging in this fourth quarter. Roscommon on the upswing, and our Ramblers are kind of on the downswing. We're hoping that as we come out of this timeout that the Ramblers will start to swing the momentum back in their favor. Really just looking for some buckets and some good defense here.
Coming back into the fourth, be Bucks ball. Beaver passes into Hermione. Hermione drives, dishes to Green. Green to Beaver. Beaver to Hermione. Hermione drives, kicks it to Beaver. Beaver over to Green. Green over to Karub. Yeah, Karub. Foul called on the floor. Be Bucks ball. Roscommon's momentum really changing here in the fourth quarter. Pass into Hermione. Hermione making moves, nothing. Gives it to Green. Green tries to dish it. Rebounded. Number 10, Beaver up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Beaver. Beaver up for the easy layup, and it is good. Nathan passes to Rodenball. Roden back to Nathan. Over half court, Nathan making moves. Over to Rodenball. Rodenball setting up a play, gives it to Cucci. Cucci over to Perez. Perez over to Nathan. Nathan over to Rodenball. Over to Haverkamp. Gives it to Nathan. Over to McGillis. McGillis to Haverkamp. Haverkamp drives. Travel called. Number 50, Carson Murphy checking into the game. For 10, Calvin McGillis. Hermione bringing up the ball for the Bucks. He looks to drive. He dishes it to Karub. Off of Karub's hands. Off of to Haverkamp, off of his hands, be out of bounds. Beaver over to Hermione. Hermione with the jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Haverkamp using his size. Stolen by Karub. Karub to Pellerin. Pellerin with the layup, no good. Rebounded by Murphy. Good board by Murphy, gives it to Rodenball. Rodenball to Perez. Over to Cucci. Nathan. Back to Rodenball. Rodenbaugh looks to drive, dishes to Evan. He gets fouled, and it will be 2 shots on the line for Haverkamp, who has 33 points right now. Right now, I'm just really interested in the battle between the student sections. It's been going back and forth. Haverkamp's shot up and good. Second shot. No good. No shot. Buzzer rang. Looks like number 40, Brett Bentham, also known as Boots, which I will be calling him Boots, will be checking in the game for Haverkamp. Haverkamp's second shot up and no good. Rebounded by Perez. And he tries to dunk it. No good. Gives it to Haverkamp. No good. He goes to try and rebound it. Nothing. I feel like Darius just needs to stop dunking everything. Boots checking into the game for Haverkamp. Good game by Haverkamp with, I believe, 34 points on the game. Hermione bringing up the ball. He looks to drive, finds nothing. He does drive and gets a foul called on number 5, Nathan Cucci. That will be his 3rd, team 4th of the half. Hermione on the line. First shot up and good. Second shot up and good. Bringing it to a 12-point game. Rodenbaugh bringing it up. Gives it to Nathan. Nathan back to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh over to Boots. Boots over to Rodenbaugh. Gets stolen by number 3. That is Mann. But Beaver will pick it up. Foul called. Oh, kick on Mann. Sorry. Trey Bovin, number 42, checking in the game for Perez. Bovin to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh to Bovin. Bovin to Murphy, nothing. Pelran with the run, gives it to Beaver. Beaver up with the layup, no good. Fighting for a rebound, be out of bounds on Ramblers. Pass into Pelran. Pelran looking to drive, finds nothing, gives it to Mann. Mann over to Beaver. No! He goes between his own legs, gives it to Hermione. Shot no good. Rebounded by Avery DeRider. Foul called on Hermione for punching him in the face. That will be second on on Hermione. Team 5th. Rodenbaugh bringing the ball up. Spin move between the defenders. Stolen by Beaver. Beaver looking to drive. He does, loses the ball. Boots picks it up. Over to Rodenbaugh. Over to Bovin. Bovin to Murph. Murph looking to drive. He doesn't, gives it to Bentham. Bentham gives it to Avery. Avery over to Rodenbaugh. Over to Bovin. Down to DeRider. DeRider into Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh loses the ball, gives it to DeRider. Bovin tries to get the ball. Number 3. That will be Mann with the easy layup. Student section's going back and forth. 2.8 seconds left. It will be Roscommon ball, but I will call this game because there's 2 seconds left and we are up by 10. And that is game. Mann with the final shot, no good. And Ramblers, all 4 teams come home with a dub on Roscommon. I'm not sure of varsity girls score, but JV boys beat Roscommon by 20 points. I know JV girls beat them 60-35. Boys just won by 10 points. Varsity girls beat Roscommon 49-25. And that will do it. I'm Bryce Hakem, also known as Shorty, joined by Isabel Roosevelt, and I hope you guys join us on our next live stream in